All right, second grade, today we are going to be learning or reviewing a little bit about nouns. So can you tell me what is a noun? All right, I hope you said a noun is a person. If you didn't and I said that, you could finish it. A noun is a person or a place, a thing, or an idea. All right, great. So anything you can see or touch, for the most part, those are going to be nouns. All right, but what we want to talk about today is singular and plural nouns. Singular, what do you think that word means? If I say, I have only a single pencil, do I have more than one pencil? You're right, I have one. So single can mean one. So singular means just one. Let me go ahead and mark this for you. Singular is how we would say it to spell it. But we say singular when we're speaking. Singular, that means just one, right? And when we learn our nouns, we always learn the singular form, right? We learn the one that means just one. So we learned the word daughter yesterday. Well, that means just one. That is singular. All right, so let's write a couple of our singular nouns that we learned earlier. Let's see, one is sister. What's our word? Good, sister. Show me how many syllables? Good. And which do we use in sister? Good, the of her, right? Sister, and say it while you write it. All right, put your finger under that phonogram in the word you just wrote and read it to me. Good. Good. Which Good, the of her. Sister. All right, so that is singular. You would say, if you have one, you could say, I have one sister. But I don't have one sister. I have two sisters. So could I say I have two sisters? No, that doesn't sound right. All right, so we always learn the singular form of the noun, the one that means just one. But what we want to get used to doing is knowing how to make it plural, right? Because we wouldn't learn a whole separate spelling word. Generally, you would just know, oh, I need to add this to make it plural. All right, so I wouldn't say I have two sisters. I would say I have two what? Good, sisters. So our regular nouns, all we add to most of them to make them plural is what? Good. We just add S. But that's something we want to practice a little bit. So then if I give you a sentence and we learn the word sister, but I want you to say there are three sisters in the story, you would know how to do that without even having to think about it or learn that as a spelling word. All right, so to make my regular nouns plural, with a few exceptions, I would just write my base word and add, good. I would add a z. All right, it's always this, even if we have a z sound, right? This one, there's not really a rule about when it says it's first and second sound. That's why we always mark it. Our other consonants, we have rules about them. All right, so sisters. Oh, is it saying it's first or second sound? Show me. Good, it's saying its second sound, so we would put a little 2 right on top, sisters. All right, let's do another word from the other day, another noun. All right, the word was sun. All right, but how do we, not like the one in the sky, right? As in, my mother's son is my brother, son. How do we say sun to spell it? Good, son, write it and mark it. All right, and then of course, like I said, we always learn the singular, just one. So what am I going to write here? Put your finger under that first phonogram and read it to me. Good. S. Good. Ah. Good. So we say son to spell it. We say sun when we're speaking. What gets a thinking cap? Good. Ah, oh, ooh. All right. This is singular. I want to make it plural. It's a regular noun. So what would I need to add to it? Good, I would just add s, z. All right, so we'll come over here where it says plural. We're gonna write sons, or how would we say it to spell it? Good, sons. All right, write those sounds and say them while you write them. All right, tell me what I need to write to spell sons. Good. Z. Even if it's making the z sound though, it's always z if we're making our singular noun plural. All right. So let's mark it. Let's see. Is this saying its first or second sound? Show me. Good. And I've got to put my thinking cap here because I say sons to spell it, but when I'm speaking, I say what? Good, sons. All right. So our regular nouns, for the most part, we just add s. Right? If we need to add something else, for right now, I'll let you know. But to make a singular, what does singular mean? Good, just one. So to make a singular noun, what's a noun? Good, a person, place, or thing. To make it plural, we usually just add what? Good, s. All right, let's do one more. All right, I wasn't seeing any shorter words in the spelling words we've learned so far. So let's do a word that we haven't learned. Maybe you learned it last year. It's the word pen. What's the word? Good, pen. I use my pen to grade the papers. Pen. What sounds do you hear in the word pen? Good, it's p, eh, n. All right, write those sounds. Say them while you write them. All right, put your finger under that word, the first phonogram in the word you just wrote. What do I need to write to spell it? Good. Excellent, but that means just one. It is what? Say this with me. Good, singular. All right, to make it plural, if I have 100, if I just got 100, would I say I have 100 pen? No, I have 100 what? Good, pens. So even though it's making a z, pens sound, what are we always going to use, even if it's a z sound, to make it plural? Good, s, z. Go ahead and write that and say it while you write it. All right, put your finger under that first phonogram in pens or actually, good. Even though it's the z sound, if we're making a singular noun plural, we know it's always z. All right, and oh, but we know it's saying z, so show me how I'm going to mark this. Excellent, with a 2 on top. All right, nice job with that, second grade.